Hello my beautiful lovelies. Welcome back to yet another pick a card reading here on the channel. If you're new, hi, hello. My name is ADIE and I will be your tarot reader today. Before we get into these juicy readings, I do want to say happy August. Hello my loves. Welcome to this beautiful month. It is my birthday month. I'm excited. I am officially moved into my new place. I feel so at peace, so abundantly just flourishing right now. I feel like I'm starting off my birthday month exactly the way that I want it. Just at peace, at home. I feel so at home in myself, in my life, in my home. I'm so excited, you guys. But that leads me to the next thing that I want to talk to you guys is my 2-for-1 sale that I have going on my Etsy. I decided to extend it into August. I started this sale in June. Some of you guys have not reached out to me since June. I'm good, you know, I'm just waiting on you guys. I've been responding and waiting for you guys. But you know, with the moving and doing the couple sales, I had a $10 sale going on as well. And the 2-for-1 sale, I'm just going through client after client, and also moving in the process. So I haven't been able to reach out to those people that haven't reached out back to me. Check your Etsy chat. Everyone that has booked with me, make sure that you're checking your Etsy chat. And your readings will be uploaded to Etsy download for you to keep forever on your device, on whatever you use to watch the videos on, okay? So yeah, this 2-for-1 sale, I'm extending it. It is 2 60-minute tarot readings for the price of 1. Now within these readings, you can choose the direction and how you want this reading to go. It's basically a 2-hour window that we can discuss many different topics, many different concerns, questions, curiosities, people in your life. A lot of people have been dividing it up, making it a love reading and career. I've been doing a lot of love and career. There's been a few people that have done like future self readings, future spouse readings, and spicy readings as well. Some people have been sending like list of questions. Now that method is more like rapid and you get a lot of information, but it might not be so in depth. But a few people have been doing that as well. But yeah, it's basically up to you how you want this reading to kind of like flow. But it's a 2-hour window. It's a deal. It's a steal. And I just want to say thank you to everyone that has already, you know, participated in this sale and has supported my business and supported me as a healer and as a medium. So if you're interested in booking with me, click the link down below in the description box. All my information will be there. It'll take you to my Etsy, ADIE Rose Tarot Etsy shop, where you can book with me. That's the only place that you can book my services, is on the Etsy, okay? And aura readings will be back. I'm not sure if they're up there on the spot on the Etsy in the shop, but because I know I took them down during this 2-for-1 sale, but they'll be back because with the 2-for-1, I'm no longer doing free aura readings with it. But yeah, I'll have the aura readings if anybody is interested in having the aura read. But yeah, let's get into these readings, these juicy readings for August. Okay, my loves, let's tap into this energy, this pick a card. This one is going to be about what people are saying about you behind your back. So what is being brought up when people are saying your name, when they're talking about you behind closed doors. Okay, what are people saying about you? We're gonna do a 3-card selection, so 3 readings, of course. What is it, Spirit? Thank you. Okay, let's see here. Ooh, these are actually all pretty good things, but here are our cards. Here are the card selections here to see what are people saying about you behind your back. What are they saying? So we have reading number 1, 9 of Cups. Reading number 2 right there in the middle, we have the Page of Pentacles, and reading number 3, we have the Chariot. So we're gonna find out. Okay, here's our 3 readings. Zone in and see which one is resonating with you. Okay, then go to the description box and click the timestamp, and I'll see you at your reading. What are people saying behind closed doors? Let's find out. Okay, number 1, this is your card, 9 of Cups. Let's get into this reading. Let's see what people are saying about you behind your back. The 9 of Cups. Okay, the first thing that's coming up is that they're greedy. People are saying that you're greedy. Okay, they're saying that you're selfish. You have a lot. Your 9 of Cups is about abundance. It's about emotional fulfillment, getting your wish. This is another wish card. Okay, one of the wish cards in the deck. And so also they could be saying stuff about your hair, how beautifully long it is, but it's like, yeah, people are saying things about your hair, but I also feel like they're saying that you're like really greedy and you're just keeping all of the abundance, all of the good energy to yourself. They could be saying that like what you have, you don't really deserve. Like they could be saying things like that. They could be saying like, oh, because this is a wish card. This is like having so much. And it's like, wow, why did they have it and I don't? They don't deserve it. Like, why do they get that? You know, they could be saying that like, you emotionally manipulated your way to this point where you have a lot. I'm getting that. They could say that you're really evil. They're saying that you're evil because I'm like really focused on her red eyes. So they could say that like you're emotionally manipulating the situation. All right, let's look at more tarot to get more on what they're saying behind your back. Okay, so we have the 3 of Cups here. This is celebration. I'm also seeing like one of these little mermaids like swim away. So you could be like, this could represent a friend group like that you're not included in anymore, So you could be like shunned out. We do have the 5 of Pentacles here. So they could be talking about how like you can't sit with us, like that kind of energy, like, you know, and it's like, who are you? And it's like one person in particular that you really cared about. And it's like, they're sitting around talking to people that you don't even fucking care about, you don't respect, you don't think are good people, like you don't really care about their opinions, right? And now they're just, you see them as one of them, right? But these people are sitting around talking about your financial situation. We have the 5 of Pentacles. We also have the 7 of Cups. We had the 9 of Cups. So they might have thought your situation was something else, but they see that you alchemized something, you changed your situation, that you also, there's a lot of like manipulation with mind, or I want to say mind, matter, and emotion. So they might feel like you might have planted thoughts that were not true, like you lied. They're saying like you lied about your financial situation. There's this petty bullshit here, 5 of Wands. For some reason, these people feel played. For some people, they felt like you were a clown, but they feel like a clown. That's how they feel, but they're saying that you played, you know. Now they're lacking. There's an energy, 7 of Cups and 5 of Cups, like creating an illusion that you put them in this situation. Like this person doesn't want to take responsibility for their own finances and their own financial decisions. And they thought your financial, like something about your finances, your financial decisions, and situation is what I wanted to say, financial situation, like makes them feel like a fool. And so they have to deflect their foolishness and make you look like you're the person that is causing drama. The thing is with this Five of Wands, that's what I wanted to talk about here, is like they could be causing all this like petty, crazy, childish drama, right? And they're talking about how you're not responding to it. Like you don't, but it's like they're talking as if like, you know, you see it as petty, like shit, that unnecessary shit. Because the Five of Wands is like, you have to reflect and think, is my energy worth going in this direction and, you know, fighting with these people? You're choosing not to fight. And they're just like, why isn't she fighting? Why doesn't she care? Or why doesn't he care? These people are like really weird. They're like I said, the Five of Wands is very petty little shit. Like, why am I going to fight over milk? Why am I going to fucking fight over, you know, the spilled milk? You know what I mean? And these people are really delusional, and like they're making it a big deal. Like, it's almost like, why are you guys sitting around talking about this petty argument that was really created because you feel like a fool? But there's really big, like they're talking about how you're like celebrating, but you're greedy. You're celebrating your, you know, your abundance, your reward, but you're greedy, you know. There's a lot about that. It's a lot about like, oh, I thought she didn't have it like that. Oh, she had it like that. Oh, okay. What about me? Well, you made your own financial decisions. Okay, there's something about that, you know what I mean? And so there's a lot of like mental illness. There's a lot of like craziness. Like these people believe what they're saying to each other, but it sounds mad and crazy. You know what I mean? And so there's a lot about how like you're just keeping your peace. You're just very peaceful. In the room, they're talking about like, oh, she just doesn't care. He doesn't care. But it's actually you just keeping your peace. Like, these people would talk about your financial situation when you were at your worst. They laughed. They were happy about it. You could have been homeless. You could have been homeless and they were happy, and they would talk shit about it and talk about you and gloat about you. They carried that energy and that image about you for some time, and and it almost feels like right now the talk is that, oh, damn, she's really not, or he's not really like this person that's stuck in poverty. But it almost feels like with this Five of Wands, they feel deserving. The Five of Wands is like people grabbing at shit. So they might even have their hands out. They might feel like entitled or something, but it seems like they had the wrong idea about you. And it's almost like they feel offended. They feel like, oh, we sat around talking about how low this person is and how their financial situation was. And now it's like, whoa, they're not even in that situation anymore. You could have kept things secret. You know, you could have like really kept things secret to protect yourself, because this is nothing but like dysfunction and pettiness and unnecessary shit. You're above it. You don't need to involve yourself in that. And so they're talking about how like they kind of feel dumb. And so now they want to talk about how you're greedy. They want to talk about how like you're not sharing the abundance. You're not sharing, even if the abundance is like, hey, come over to my house. Hey, do you want to hang out? So they're like, oh, she's just like, she don't want to hang out. She's just better than us now. But there's a reason why you don't want to be around these people. Why you are choosing not to involve yourself in the madness. And it's really freaking crazy, because you know, what I'm hearing is that these people, you're the common denominator, okay? Like, they sit around and they talk about you, but they don't even like each other. These people don't even like each other. They sit around and they have conflict and they fight with each other as well. And there's like this group of 3 feminines here that I'm seeing. And my daughter just watched Kraken. Right? She just watched Kraken this morning, and the mermaids are like evil in that movie. So that's what I'm feeling with these mermaids on the 3 of Cups. They sit around delusional, petty, just dysfunctional, want to talk shit. And really like the shit that they talk about you is that like you were poor, or you didn't have money, or your situation was like, you know, you were down and out. And now that you're not down and out, 9 of Cups, they now want to say that you're greedy, or you know, you lied, or you're keeping something from them. And it's like, these people don't even have the right or an entitlement over what you have. It's giving narcissists. It's giving a big group of feminine narcissists that play victim. But that is what's being said about you behind your back. I was only really able to tap into like the people that have like a negative thing to say about you behind your back, but there's a lot of illusion here. So I doubt that this is the only thing that's being said, but it was the thing that you needed to know about. These people are evil. They're talking like one of the topics was like how you used to be homeless and you didn't have nothing, and you know, you had nothing, you know, and they still led with that. But now it's like, oh, did you see that she has this and she had that and she's doing this? And you know, it's just like, it's giving like, what do you want from this person? What do you really want for this person? It's like, you know, so I'm sorry that I was only able to tap into the negative side of this reading, but it was what needed to be exposed. So that's your reading number one. Let me know down below what happened. You know, why did you feel that you kept it a secret, that you're on the up and rise and that you are living abundantly? You know, why is it? Is it because you knew that, you know, some of these people were really praying for your downfall? They were really praying for shit not to work out for you? Let me know down below, and I'll see you in the next reading. Peace. Hello, hello. Number two, let's tap in to see what people are saying about you behind your back and behind closed doors. We have the Page of Pentacles that you chose. So there's big talks about something new that you're starting. This could be a new relationship, a new business, school, or talks of what you're planning to do. This is ultimately like a plan, or something that's beginning to sprout. You know, something new though. This is new energy. So people are talking about your goals. You know, people are talking about your goals, the things that you want to make moves on, your plans. So this is giving like, you know, I'm going to try to tap into all the good things. Number one, they only wanted to expose the negative things behind closed doors. I feel like there are people thinking about like, and talking about like certain things that you've spoken about, like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. So like, for instance, I'm trying to think about my plans that I say to the public, you know, or it could just be like, oh, you know, like, my man, he knows that I want to build a library, right? He could be telling his friends at work, oh, like, yeah, like my girl's getting in, you know, she wants to build a library in her house or whatever, you know? So it could be like that, or it could be like, oh, do you know what she told me that she wants to do? Let me tell you. It could be that kind of energy. You know what I mean? I'm like trying to think, because I don't tell nobody my business. Like, I don't tell nobody like things that I care about. And when I do expose it, it's because I'm ready to do that, you know? And so it could be like that type of energy. Like, you know, I don't tell people most things, but the people that I do, like, you have to have discernment. So there's that energy that I feel like maybe you didn't, some of you guys don't have discernment. Okay. But, some of the things are good and like light. Okay, so there's this new chapter. A lot of people are talking about your new chapter behind closed doors. It feels like, you know, there's a lot of responsibility. I'm feeling like people might be saying like, well, that's going to be a lot of work. That's going to be a lot of work. That's going to be a lot of responsibility. And then there's another energy of like, wow, this person is really like taking control of their chapter, like romanticizing their life, taking control of the way they want their life to be, you know? And so there's the other, like, generally that's what you're doing. You're taking control. There's this new beginning, and it's a big new start. It's the next chapter. It's an elevation here. It's a graduation of life. So it could be talking about your graduation and stuff, and oh, well, that job is going to be like, you know, it's that, and that job is going to be a lot of work. You know, it's like that energy, but it's also like other people are like, wow, they're accomplishing things. They're doing it. So definitely people are talking about like these new things that you're doing that feel like the next step, you know. There is some energy of people like, oh, that's going to be pretty heavy. That's going to be a lot for this person to do. But I feel like those are more the haters that, you know, are just hating, because the world is a good card. It's a good ending. There could be some endings here too. They could be talking about an ending, but it's mostly an ending that leads to like elevation, the next step. You know, we have the Page of Cups. People could be talking about children. They could be talking about, oh, she's about to have a baby. Page of Cups. So people are talking about your creativity, and how free and like childlike your creativity is. Inner child energy here. We have the Knight of Cups. People could be talking about like a romantic interest in your life. They're talking about how attractive they are. They're talking about how much love energy is between the both of you guys, how they're expressing themselves to you. There could be that energy of like people saying like, well, they don't really know who this person is, because the Knight of Cups really gets that energy where people can have the rose-colored glasses towards this type of person, and this person kind of gasses up situation, gasses up the themselves, so they're just like, well, they don't really see how this person really is. But there's also a lot of positive talk about your love life. We have the Empress here, so a lot of people are talking about possible like pregnancy, or past pregnancies. They could be also be talking about your body. Your body is beautiful. I mean, the Empress is coming out here. But I am picking up on that energy that might bring up insecurities. So I want you to just know that I am taking care of you in this moment. But there are some people talking about your body, and these are people that you wouldn't even think that they would talk negatively about your body, you know. These are people that are ultimately just really jealous, because like you're starting something new. You're very creative, you're very beautiful, you're beautiful in any kind of form. Even if you're bigger, you've gained some weight. A lot of you guys have gained weight, and I know for myself, when I gain weight, I feel insecure about my body, when I gain more than I want to have on my body. And so there could be that energy, people talking about like your weight, but in good and bad. I feel like there are a lot of people like saying good things and bad things. Like they love how voluptuous and beautiful, and that you're beautiful being a skinny mini, and you're beautiful being a thick goddess. Like, and there's other people just like wanting to just nitpick at the things about you. Like, oh, did you see she gaining some weight? She getting real thick. Like, you look beautiful in all ways. And this is why these people want to say things about you, because they might feel about themselves that they don't like the form. They don't like their body being as big as it is. But you have confidence, and they also consider you as a person that is beautiful no matter what size, but they're haters. So they want to like talk about that, like, oh, this person is obviously starting something new. They have a new love interest. They could possibly be doing something really big in life right now. So let's talk about something. Let's like nitpick and like, you know, pick out the negative thing. When to you, it probably isn't really negative, you know. The Moon energy, they're talking about, with this Moon energy, they could be talking about a time that you were really depressed and down, you know. It could be that they're talking about like a loss of pregnancy. They're talking about it behind closed doors. They're talking about like just the time where you were very emotionally down, you know. Or they could be talking about like, oh, you know, they're having trouble having children. She can't get pregnant, or, you know, they could be talking about that good and bad energy that I'm feeling. So we have the Six of Swords here. They're talking about how like you moved away, you know, from a place of chaos into a place of peace. You've kind of went to new grounds, because I really wanted to say that too. Like, they're talking about that. A lot of people are talking about how like you had to move away from a connection. This would be the people that don't like, that know more about your life. They're talking about how you had to, you know, move on. You know, it got too crazy. But they also feel like maybe that love interest is a snake. They feel like, you know, there's some type of snake energy here. you know, that they think is in your life. But with this Page of Pentacles, I feel like you have moved to a place where you can grow more. So whether that, you know, this is saying it in a negative way, like, oh, now they moved and they're over here and they're doing this and they're able to like live better because it feels like an upgrade. Or they're saying things like, oh, now they can grow. Now they can, you know, do this and do that with the Page of Pentacles, like plant your seeds and letting them grow, you know, being in a healthy environment, because before it wasn't healthy. So that's why you had to leave. Ultimately, a lot of people are talking about how beautiful you are. They're talking about a new person that's showing up in your life. They're talking about your goals and your plans. I do feel like you need to have discernment here with some people that you're talking to about. Ultimately, I feel like people are just kind of like watching you like start a new chapter in your life. You know, some people are bringing up some like dark times in your life. Some people are talking about like, you know, possibly what happened, you know, during those dark times. Like you possibly could have been like disconnected or had to isolate yourself. You could have gained weight, something, you know, you could have had hair loss or, you know, something of that during, and people are talking about that, you know. I think ultimately people just see like a huge, big positive change going on in your life and they're talking about it. But they're also like, some people are like adding in like the things that were not so good, you know, in different ways, like saying, oh, they overcame that, now they're there. Or, oh, but do you remember how it was like this though? It's like, I hate those type of people. But that is your reading number 2. Let me know down below, how do you feel about it? I do feel like a lot of you guys have kept things like under wraps. And I feel like people are kind of gravitating to like the negative things that were going on in your life. But for the most part, I feel like you guys are doing a good job, and like a lot of people see that. Just have discernment with who you share your goals and your plans with, because it does feel like there's an energy of people like kind of like possibly connecting to older versions of you or different versions of you where you were not doing so well, like emotionally or even physically. So yeah, let me know down below how you feel about this and who are these people. Let me know what's going on with you. What's your new chapter? Let me know about what's new popping up in your life. And I'll see you in the next reading. Peace. All right, number 3, here is your reading. Let's find out what people are saying about you behind your back. You guys chose the Chariot card. Now, what I'm feeling here is that people are really talking about your success. They are talking about where you're headed though. There's talks of like, well, that person, they're going somewhere. They're really going somewhere. They're headed towards success. Like they're going to be something really big. They're also talking about your worth ethic, like how determined you are to get to that place. They are talking about how, you know, the Chariot is about willpower. Like you really set your intentions. You are really concentrated on your will and what will come of that, you know, like you're very concentrated on that. They're also very concentrated because the Chariot in the original depiction, he's a magician. You are like creating this movement, but other things are moving because you're commanding them to move. So there is a talk about how powerful you are, you know. I also hear like someone's talking about you to their guides. Someone could be pulling tarot. Somebody could be talking about you, asking questions, and this is what's being said to them, that you are going to be something big and you're going to be successful. Okay. Okay, so we have the 10 of Wands. Let's get into your tarot. There's kind of a lot actually that came out for you. So people are really talking about how like you felt very burdened. You felt very burdened by a situation. There's a lot of talk of like they need to drop that weight. Once they drop that weight, it's gonna be on and popping for this person. Like, there was someone really holding you back. So somebody is talking about how you felt very held back by a certain person. It could be that they were holding you back financially or just energetically. But there's big talk about people saying like, man, they need to drop that person. They need to like move away from that situation. And once they do, it's going to be like, things are all going to come out. There's some type of energy too being said that something's going to come out. Some type of truth is going to come out. This person is sitting on something. People are talking about like things that you are eventually going to like release and talk about, or you're going to do. Like, there's talks about that. The judgment, people are really talking about how aligned you are. They're also talking about how like someone said sorry, or that I said sorry to this person. You know, they're talking about an apology too behind closed doors. Like, people can be saying that like they said sorry to you and you haven't replied, you haven't like reached back out or something about that. They could be saying like you fully walked away from this situation. You're on your way out. They know that you're going towards success, and they could be talking about that too. But with judgment, they feel like you're ultimately really aligned with where you're going, with purpose. There's a lot of talk about like you doing what you're supposed to be doing. There's a new love interest, new love energy coming up. Somebody asking you out. They're talking to their friends. I'm going to be doing a video on that soon about what they tell their friends. But somebody is telling their friends about how in love they are and how happy they are. But there's talks about your love life. 3 of Pentacles here. So I feel like people are talking about your job. People at your job is talking about you. You're doing really good. You're building something here financially. They could be talking about that. Moving in with someone, or like getting a house or something, some type of foundation being made. But this could be people talking about what you do for work. Ultimately, I feel like they're really interested in what you do for work. People are like sharing you and talking about you and talking about what you do, what services or what you do. People are really talking about your beauty. We have the Empress here. So people are really talking about how beautiful you are. They're talking about, there's like, you're so connected. There's something about how connected you are. This is giving High Priestess. I don't know why, but this is the Empress. And they're talking about how beautiful and how abundant you are, how creative you are. There's a creativity that people are talking about, and how you can attract abundance with your creativity. We have the Star. So people are really talking about how like inspirational you are, how ideal you are. Like, you know, a lot of people in your romantic life is talking about how like you're like the dream person that they want to be with. But there's also about a transformation, definitely glow up. We also have the King of Wands here. So it's like big boss. They're talking about how you're making big boss moves. And there's just like this nonchalant, like you're very embodied in confidence and just like you know you are the Star. You know you are the Empress. You know that you are the King of Wands. There's that too. You know? I'm not getting any kind of bad energy so far. You know, like you're just really looking like someone who's making like some big moves, some big boss moves, even if that's letting go of a situation, letting go of a person. You could have been someone that really, you know, changed your situation to in a very abundant situation. You've glowed up, you have transformed yourself, and that could be why people are coming in and wanting to say apologizing to you. But they're talking about how you haven't responded to them, you haven't given them that offer back, like you haven't responded it with love, at least, you know. People are really talking about how like you're headed towards success. Like, my God, we have the King of Wands, Star, Empress. We also have the Chariot. Like, people are talking about how like you are guaranteed success We also have the Judgment. It's aligned with purpose too. So it's like, it's longevity. You're going to be successful for a really long time in whatever you're going towards. And that could be also another reason why people are saying sorry, because they're just now realizing that, or I don't know. But that's what I got for you, number 3. That is your reading. That's what people, thank God, a positive one. The other 2 wasn't so positive. But let me know down below, what are you doing? Okay, and I'll see you in the next reading. Peace.